So as you all know, today is probably day 15, and I started this channel where I show everything that I learned from YouTube and other courses and see what actually works. You guys don't have to be confused and overwhelmed by the information that you see on YouTube. And for this video was actually a big day because I actually the first time closed a $1,500 a month client, and I recorded the whole presentation. So also you guys can see how the offer looks like. You can take inspiration from it, but don't be like a monkey, copy it, because I don't care if you do copy it. The only thing is, I heard it from one of my mentors, Saigen Yalchin. He said, never worry about somebody copying your idea, because it's never about copying, it's about execution. So if I'm better than you at executing that idea because I came up with that, I know it better, I'm always gonna beat you no matter how many of you copy it. So hopefully you find value in it. It was a meeting on Google Meet, so it didn't get his voice as much, my screen recording. But basically what happened was I sent him the proposal and we're gonna work on from afterwards, hopefully. But you can clearly hear my voice. You're gonna have to really put your phone next to your ears to listen to what he is saying. Yeah, so that was the only bad thing. Assalamu alaikum. I'm good. Eid Mubarak, first of all. So I'll try to make it really quick because I know the namaz time is at 1:30, so I have to go as well. So let me present my screen. Can you see right now my screen? All right. So before I actually go over the slides, I just had a few questions, like in terms of how you guys growing your business right now. Like, what is your strategy of getting new customers and, spreading your awareness? Sorry, I can't hear you. I think your voice is cutting out. It's better now, yeah. Okay. Yep, I can hear you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand. Hmm. All right. Okay. So, all right. I'll keep that in mind, and I'll just go with this presentation. And if you have any questions, you can ask them at the end. All right. Yeah, yeah, I'll be doing that. Yeah, it's part of the presentation. All right. So my name is Hassan Dawood. Currently in New York City, go to Brew College. I'll be graduating with in 2 years with business management operations and consulting. And this was part of my entrepreneurial journey. I worked at orderingzad.com with Tristan Larson. He was also founder of food marketing company. My dad was in some sort of food related stuff, so I wanted to get into the same industry. And I worked with him for like 4 months for free. I said, look, I work for you free. I just want to get experience and all that. After learning from him, we exited that company for $27 million. And after that, I wrote a book on alchemy of success. It's on Apple Books, also on my website. It's basically everything I learned. And then I kept my journey and started e-commerce store, doing drop shipping and affiliate marketing. I was trying to put my skills onto test to see what I learned actually worked, right? And after doing those, I came up with this new startup at brandandart.com. It's what I call the virtual restaurant model. Basically, what this really is was, if you have a physical location, this was my idea. It's not more like a marketing company. I started this business because I was inspired to become an entrepreneur and come up with something new. And I was like, if these businesses have physical location, they have a product, they can literally double their income if they can uh, have an online store, like an actual online store, not just a website. I'll go over the difference between these two. And they have more opportunity as literally everybody is on their phones. Even you probably notice, even people come to your restaurant, they're on their phones even then, which is kind of unfortunate. You're supposed to be your friends, but yeah, they're on social media even then. So I was like, I can do that. I can double their income by opening their online store and generate traffic on that. So the background story was, when I was working with Tristan Larson, you probably were, the pandemic hit, the COVID, the whole story, and we lost like 80% of our clients. They paused the contracts because nobody was coming in. There was this state of fear. And at that time, Tristan and me, we came up with, we were like, okay, we cannot do the traditional method, which is to just get restaurants customers. We just gotta shift our whole like company model. So then we changed the company from Recipe for Revenue to ordering ads.com, which was to get restaurants all in orders. And it was at that time, I took this concept from him and later on introduced an e-commerce store. Okay, we're gonna only focus on getting restaurants online orders. But there was one catch though. At that time, restaurants were making money, but it was to Uber Eats and DoorDash, those companies, which they still had to pay a lot of commissions. So also doing my research on Forbes and other articles, I did find most restaurants actually lose money when they partner with Uber Eats and DoorDash if uh, customers order to those companies, because of 30%, 15 to 30% commission. So I had an idea, it is way better off if they do it themselves. But the same problem that you mentioned earlier, most people are not aware of your business if you do not have a background in marketing. So I was like, let me get into let me make a combination of two: a marketing, social media marketing, and an e-commerce platform. So I combined them like this. Restaurants wouldn't need Uber Eats, DoorDash, or those big companies to get in foot traffic. So we tried that on some of the clients. This was Salute Italian restaurant. This was Indian cuisine in Maryland, and this was in Buffalo. And this was what I was talking about. I did affiliate marketing for an e-commerce store. So I wanted to put my skills into practice and see, not only did this work for physical locations, but also for an e-commerce store. This was a supplement company, helped them generate, I think, 8x results online. So in terms of your goals, obviously one of them is what we keep in mind is to double your revenue at each location. That is like the overall our company's mission statement. But other than that, I know the reason I made you fill out that survey was on my website, so I had a broad idea, like specific idea of what you wanted to do with your business. Most of the principles are same, acquire new customers, bring in repeat customers. That usually happens if you have really good food, and that was one of the reason I reached out to you on Instagram, because I saw your food had more than 4 stars. So that's a good indicator that most people will usually come back to your business. Even when we did work with other clients who had 3.5 stars or lower reviews, what happened with that was, even when we did get them new customers, it was really hard to keep them coming back. So not everything really depends on marketing. There's also, if your food is actually really good, most people do come in for the food. And the other thing was becoming omnipresent, your popularity nationwide and locally. I know you have, you said you had 21 outlets, and becoming popular in each city is important, because chain, you have a national chain, it consists of single units, right? So publicity in each location matters as well. So we're going to talk about how we can make you omnipresent. The fact that you probably see, let's say someone, he wakes up in the morning and he sees, peri peri. It's some sort of ad about peri peri. Maybe the chef is making the food. We're trying to get them aware, and then in the afternoon they see it again. This is what Coca-Cola and those big companies do. And on Tuesday they see different ads but of the same company, and on Wednesday and Thursday they do it throughout the week, but at the same time they don't show you the same ads, because it would get fatigued and people would start hating it and reporting it to the algorithm. It's annoying. So we talk about how you can become omnipresent, be in front of your customer's mind, so anytime when someone is hungry, they would just look you up. This is another reason why those big companies like Coca-Cola and them do billboard marketing, because they understand this principle, that if we can show them more often, next time they'll go to Key Food, they have options between Sprite, Coca-Cola, and Fanta, whatever. They will choose Coca-Cola because they have seen this brand more often. So this is another strategy we work on. Other than that, increase profits, not just the revenue. This is going back to the same thing. We had this issue, even though we were getting a lot of online orders for those restaurants, but it was mostly revenue, not the profits, because you probably were in the restaurant industry, the profits are already thin, and now when these delivery companies take chunk of those revenue, you have barely anything left. Increase your online sales and scale your brand. In terms of, I know you talk about you want to become like a whole nationwide brand, and you are kind of right now, but to be able to do that, you probably need to introduce your concept into new markets and test it where you have higher demand, and we're going to talk about that as well. Before I proceed, just wanted to let you know of some facts. 70% of the sales in the near future and as of current right now are online, and they will be generated through online stores, whether it be through Uber Eats, DoorDash, or your own online store. And 78% of people would try store pickup, and this is the main thing we'll be talking about. Instead of, if you can do your own delivery, 78, almost 80% of the sales will be pickup orders, and this is what we'll be focusing on as well, as it is cheaper for you and your customers as well. If you do Uber Eats or those delivery services, you probably have to add more fees because you need to cover the delivery fees, and your customers will have to pay more as well. So I was like, we can just cut that and go for pickups only, as it is more profitable for both parties. And in terms of location, as I said, I know you are a nationwide restaurant business, but I also mentioned earlier, all of your a chain consists of single units, so we need to strengthen each unit and make that strong. So for that reason, let's say you have 21 locations, my idea was to make them 42 locations. 21 of them are offline, right, physical locations. We're gonna make the other 21 online locations. So like this, that's how you're gonna double your revenue. And 80% of your sales come from right inside the 3-mile radius to the location. So that's how we're gonna dominate each market, wherever your location is, because each market is different. Let's say one location is in New Jersey, the other one is Chicago and California. They're different markets, so we're gonna dominate each one of them. If you were to just nationwide advertise for you, you're losing money because some people won't have access to you because your location isn't there. Now, how does this virtual restaurant model grow your business? The main concept really is to double your revenue at each location and gain publicity. There are really only 3 ways to do it. Either you can get new customers, you can increase their average purchase value, or you can get them to buy more times. These are the only 3 ways any business, not just restaurant business, any business can increase their revenue. And you can do these 3 things by doing these other 7 things. The first thing is to increase your price. It's always a wise technique to have something expensive on the menu. It gives your customer an anchor to compare your price. So just like you've probably seen some people always go for cheap food, it's because who they are. And there are always some people who will go for expensive food, it's because who they are. And in the middle lies 80% of the sales. And what you're doing is you're justifying to that 80%. If they see something for $40 and all other food prices are $20 or $15, those $15 look relatively very cheap compared to that $40. But if you only had $15, they would compare that to some other local restaurant which they can get the same thing for $7. So now all of a sudden your food seems to be more expensive, which in reality it's not. It's always about what they're comparing to. So this is one of the practice you can start implementing right after today's meeting, really. And the other is reduce costs. I'm going to talk about this later. This is what we do by introducing pickup only options. And then acquire new customers. I'll go over the sales process again, over how you can acquire new customers with a step-by-step sales formula. And resells. This is getting repeat customers, how the strategy for getting them to come back again. Upsells is get them to buy more of the same stuff. Cross sells would be, if you're selling burgers, you want to give them option, would you like fries with your burger? And downsells is, okay, if you don't want a regular burger, would you like a junior burger? So these are all the options you want to give them, and you can do all this with your e-commerce store. Now, going over your revenue goals, how to achieve your revenue goals. We made this formula with Tristan. This is actually his formula. I got it from him, so I don't want to take the credit for this. So the first thing is we look at the average sale per customer. I'm just doing this example. I know for you it might be a little different number. So we take the average sale per customer, whatever that is. Let's say a person spends $17 with you on average. And then we look at how many times you can ask yourself this question right now, or you can get your manager. You guys can do it later. What is the average number of visits per month? How many times do an average person comes in your business at a specific location? And then the average number of customers per group, because in the restaurant business, people don't come usually alone, they come with friends. So you take all these numbers, you multiply them, and take your current monthly revenue. I know you said it was around $70,000 on average. So you take $70,000 divided by 53. It will give you an estimate how many people you're serving per month at your location. Whichever one location we need to work on, it will give us an estimate how many people you're serving. And if your goal is to increase by 35% or 30% in the next 90 days, you multiply it by 35% or 30, and it will give you an estimate how many new people you need to bring in to achieve those revenue goals. So this is a very simple formula we use to give us some sort of goal, what we need to work on. And for this example is 396 customers for you to achieve your revenue goals at each location. Keeping that in mind, now we need to ask ourselves how are we going to get those 396 new customers, right? and they're different. This is the industry business map we created. Also, this is Tristan. He created it. I didn't make it. I don't want to take the credit. So on the left side, you can see more of the marketing channels, and on the right side, more of operational. So my expertise are more on the left. On the right side, not really my business. And on the left side, you can see these are the ways any business generates new customers and increases their frequency, how many times they come in. And all these, the only effective method, it really is social media marketing. You know this even when people come into your business, they're on their phones on social media. They're not really reading newspapers. They're not really doing television, watching television, or listening to radio. And other methods like word of mouth you talked about, this really is the most powerful one, because if we can get someone to get into your business one time, the best remarketing really is if your food and service was really good, they would just come in again with their friends. But other than that, there are also incentives we give and the strategies we have to bring them back, so you can fully maximize the lifetime value of your customers. So what we work on really is social media marketing right here, whether it be Facebook and Instagram, because that's where most of the traffic is. Now we know how many customers we need to bring in, and we also know the medium we're going to use, which is social media marketing. Now it comes about the sales process we need to use to actually make that happen and make it look more realistic, that it is actually achievable. So this is the sales process we use to bring in new customers and also bring in repeat customers. We start off with awareness ads. Let's say you are in New Jersey, right? People say you've been here for so long, we never heard of you. So this is the main problem with any business, awareness. So we start off with awareness. Let's say you live in New Jersey and there is 100,000 people who live near that location, in 3 to 10 mile radius location. I know New Jersey is kind of bad example. Let's say New York City, right? 100,000 people who live near your location, and they're not aware of business. So we start off with those 100,000 people. We run awareness campaigns. We target them and make them aware of your business, whether it be through your chef making the food. At this time, we're not interested in them coming into your business because they've never heard of you. They probably would not come in the first week of the campaign. It's just like when you see a nice watch, you're not probably gonna buy it no matter how nice the watch is. You're gonna do some research. You're gonna have to see it like 4 to 5 times, because that's how many times it takes on average to turn a stranger into a paying customer. So at this time, we're introducing your concept, your food, how people like it, and then we start off with engagement ads. So we retarget the same people, the same 100,000 people who were aware of you, who watched your video. We sent on the second week, we run an engagement campaign. At this time, we talk about, would you like a burger with your fries, or would you like soda with whatever, right? Just the whole point is to get them to engage with your brand. And then we retarget the same people with another campaign, which is the traffic campaign. At this time, they're aware of your business. They are they engage with it. They opted in for probably some sort of giveaways or some scarcity urgencies we can build. I'll share that in how you can do it in your store as well. And then we try to bring them to your website to purchase from you, to orders from you, to bring in to your location. So this is the third step we take, which is either you can say subscribe or convert. Actually, I'll go over subscribe too. So before we actually bring them to your business, we also want to make sure that we're building a lifetime customers. We're building a list with all of them. So even if they don't buy from us or do buy from us, they're still on our chatbot list through Messenger, so we can keep sending them offers over and over again. So let's say after getting them engaged, we tell them, if you really like this food, just comment below. As soon as they comment below, they get subscribed to on Messenger, right? So they become on our list. Then we can send them offers. Basically, our lifetime customers there. Anytime we want them to buy, we send them a message. Either they buy online from there, or they just get aware of something going on. And after getting them subscribed, we get them to buy from you through traffic campaigns to your website and to your location. So this is the sales process we use. To get new customers is more on the left. This is more like, to promote your business. So it can even be, if you really like it, if you want to get a chance to enter the giveaway, share this post on Messenger or on Facebook or Instagram. And on average, each person has like 500 friends on Facebook, and they probably all live near them as well. So when one person shares, that's like you get 500 new eyeballs at the same time for free. You didn't pay anything, and it has more convincing power because their friend recommended that business, right? Because they shared it. So this is another strategy we use on the left, but I'll just keep more on the left as we talked about how we can get new customers. So the whole point is, if we do that, to 100,000 people by the end of the month, is how likely is only 400 people coming into your business? It's highly likely, and we repeat this cycle every single month. So you can achieve it, the 30% goal probably every month. So these are the spillover effects. So you get new customers, let's say 300 customers the first month. It doesn't stop there. They're probably gonna go back again because your food was good. That was the main reason in your service, and then we also get new customers the next month. So over time it compounds. So this is another benefit you get. And so this virtual restaurant model really is a combination of direct marketing to make you omnipresent in the local market through digital marketing. An example of what I talked about could be this. So on the left we choose all these objectives, and this was one of the awareness campaigns. We tried to get people engaged, and then we did retargeting to bring in repeat visits, and the experience looks different for each person. Let's say if someone bought from you, we're not gonna give them the same retargeting ads than the person who didn't buy it from you, right? So like this, you can also appreciate it. Let's say if someone actually bought from you and they're your loyal customers, we can even send campaign, because we track every activity they do. So we can say thank you for ordering, being our loyal customer. Just for that you get like 5% discount on some order, right, that you're trying to give away. And like this, you also make them feel appreciated. The same things like Domino's and all Dunkin' Donuts, they do it to reward their customers, to keep them loyal with them forever. So you can do those campaigns, and the people who didn't buy from you, you can retarget them again, because at this time they're more aware of you. To give you an example of how powerful retargeting is, I mentioned with you earlier that I ran e-commerce for an e-commerce company. I carry a belly juice on affiliate marketing. You can see this was a retargeting campaign. The CTR on this was 5.7%, which is the click-through rate. The average percentage of people who clicked on the ad was 5.7%, and on the other hand, this was on the bottom below. This is a just a cold traffic campaign. So the difference is almost of double, and the results is also double. So we got 6 purchases on the cold traffic. It's an e-commerce brand. The average value was $190, and we spent $400 and got the 6 purchases on the first one. And on the retargeting campaigns, spent almost half the price and got 10 purchases. So this is because at that time people were aware of it, but most businesses just lose those customers after first visit. I don't know why, but they should really build long-term relationships with them and keep them there with them forever, really, because the average value of a lifetime customer is $6,628. So imagine just not keeping in touch with them after a first visit. You're losing a lot of money and giving it to some other competitor. And the other way we do it is to installing a pixel in your website. So every time somebody does really anything, he views that one product or some other product, he's at checkout, he didn't buy it, or he did buy it, everything is being recorded through that pixel. The other thing we do is we create a lookalike audience. So let's say when we do those 100,000 people, we target them, and 400 people or 500 people come into your website, they buy it, right? what we do is we take the data, we go back to the algorithms like Facebook and Instagram, and we tell them, look, the people who bought from us, can you make us like a list of other people who look like these people, so we can sell them the same food, who live in the same location. So this is an easy way to find other people who are interested in your food, and then we sell them our food as well. So now talking about your long-term omnipresent strategy, like the whole point of this was to put you in front of everyone in your city. So when someone is hungry, your restaurant should be in their mind. One example was Tristan was telling me his client told him, his client's friend told him, what do you guys do? You guys are everywhere. He wasn't really everywhere, but every time he opened up his Facebook, he would see his friend's restaurant. Because he was being retargeted and targeted over and over again. And the way you do it is, I'll go over the strategy as well. When someone wakes up in Monday morning, we create 12 ad sets, and each ad only shows up once every 6 days, right? So what the ad they will see on Monday morning will be different from, they'll see on Tuesday morning and Wednesday morning. So like this, they on the Monday morning they see a different ad, and on the afternoon they see you again, but some different ad, right? So in the morning it could be your clients, your chef is making some food, and in the afternoon they see people coming to your restaurant having fun, and on Tuesday they see some really good looking food seducing them to come in, and on Thursday. So the whole point is they only see you for like 6 months, and you get stuck in their head. So next time when they're friends, it's also one of those marketing principles too, that you buy from someone that you know, like, and trust. So when they know you and they like you, and at that point they trust you, they will go to your business. And we do it in a detailed manner. So we don't want to peer your business throughout the whole US. We only dominate that specific market, so you can actually benefit from it through making money. Because if they cannot buy from you, let's say we're doing overall, and someone lives in California, your business in New York City, there's no point, even if you're famous, but you can't make money off that. You only make money if you're famous in New York City, when you have that location in New York City, unless if you're nationwide campaign business, and for that there's a different strategy as well. So how do you get a strong customer base? What I talked about before was through a ManyChat software. So every time someone comments below one of your ads, they get subscribed to your business, and from there you can give offer to thousands of people in a second, and also ask them surveys, and get better as a service too. So this is how it looks like. This was for Deep South Taco. These are all the people who commented below. Either they opted in for a giveaway, or they just this was part of those engagement ads. Would you rather want this or that? They commented something, they got subscribed, and then we created flows. So when someone opts in, then there is a flow that talks that takes them to a journey until they become a customer. So they can be, you opted in for this giveaway, would you like this burger, this, that. So it's everything is automatic. So you don't need to hire some employees to ask the customers. AI takes care of it. And the other thing we do is build an email list. So when someone actually buys from you or doesn't buy from you, we keep sending them emails, and there are different sequences. One of them is welcome back series. If they haven't purchased from you in 90 days, 30 days, we send them emails. Hey, it's been a while, is everything all right? And usually through emails, one of the mentors I worked with, Andrew, he was able to make 20 to 25% more money through just the email list. He was doing e-commerce, but you get the idea that it's just free money. You get their emails, you send them emails, and it's for free as well. You get free traffic, and you can also give them incentives to buy from you again. And the first part of this virtual restaurant model was digital marketing, omnipresent, making you famous in a specific market. And then the second part was sell food to them from your own e-commerce store, sales, retail, generating sales from your online store. This is one of the stores, demo stores that I created, and I'll go over that as well, show you the demo as well as the benefits of having an online store. So you sell food to them from your own e-commerce store with a POS system that collects payment online. So instead of a simple website with no advanced options, it has conversion apps installed. I'll go over why it's different from just simple landing page. I'll go over the demo and you'll see the difference. So every time when someone places an order, you get the notification to confirm the order or reject it, and then you can set the timing for the customer to pick up. So like this, it's a long-term branding advantage. Like this, you'll no longer be depending on third parties to get new customers and collect payments online. So you pay 0% commission. Additional benefits are there's no extra devices needed for you to have in your restaurant where you're gonna get the orders. It's an app, you can download it on your phone or your tablet there. In real time the orders will come, you just accept them and then set the picking time. The customer comes in, they buy from you, and then you get access to all data about your customers. You can track them and perform even better. This is another thing you cannot do with Uber Eats and DoorDash. They don't give you customer data, but if you have your own e-commerce store, you can do it and then do retargeting and keep bringing them back. And also grow your personal brand by selling merchandise. This is another great opportunity. I'll go over this as well. So basically, you have Peri Peri restaurant, you guys only sell food, but this is not it. You can also sell merchandise like hoodies, pants, bags, women bags, men, whatever, right? Any merchandise, you can sell it for free, really. So there is an app on e-commerce on Shopify where there's already suppliers, there's already designs. We make the designs for you, and then we take this merchandise, either create a new store for your brand or any logo or any design which is hot in the market, and then we sell it through your name as well. So you don't have to pay anything upfront. Everything you pay to the seller when someone gives you the order. The money goes straight to your bank account, and whatever the sellers okay, so this is how it looks like. There is an artist, he's selling merchandise, right? You take it from him, you sell it on your store. Let's say he's selling for $5, you make a better design, you sell it for $20, and with your name, your logo on it, you make money off it. The money goes straight to your bank account and he keeps his 5%. All right, what it does is it also makes you look like a big brand. So if, let's say, in your local market in New York City, they will see, oh, they're selling hoodies, this restaurant is selling, doing all these big things, and they must be a really big brand if they can afford doing all these things. But in reality, you don't pay anything up front for any inventories. Matter of fact, you don't even hold any of these inventories. Everything is online. Someone places an order, it goes back to those fulfillment centers. They take the order, they take their commission, they take their portion, and you keep your money, your profit, and they handle all those customers. So you don't even have to worry about keeping or fulfilling any order. It's just an additional app for another source of income and making you look really big brand. So the whole process looks like this. To sum it up, it's an e-commerce store to sell food online, for you another source of income, reach more customers, increase sales, build your own brand, not rely on third parties. We're able to increase repeat visits by retargeting, higher profit margins for you as depending on third parties, and it's cheaper to do retargeting and get customers. You get publicity in the local market, less dependent on foot traffic. So it is pandemic proof. Even there is something like that in the future, you have your own online store. There are powerful apps on your store to increase conversions, a POS system that collects payment online. So it's a combination of marketing and online sales. For your customers, there's benefits like it's faster buying process, cheaper for them, easier to order as it's like one step checkout page, flexibility, they can order whenever they want, pick up the time whenever they want, and there are several payment methods. To sum up everything, I'll actually show you a live demo of how the e-commerce store looks like. I already went over the 1 second. I went over the marketing side, but now let me go over how the e-commerce store looks like. So this was one of the demo stores I created for my e-commerce store when I was doing drop shipping. This is how it look like. There's all these products we upload in your store, and then this is where you keep track of your customers, people who subscribed, who bought from you, and it also tells you the value of each customer. So not all customers are same, right? Some people spend more money with you, some people don't spend as much money with you. So you want to treat each of your customers differently, and you can do it by looking at their activities as well. In terms of analytics, you look at your daily sales, so you can actually keep and check on us as well if you're actually doing the right job. How many sales did come in today from your e-commerce store, right? Just like your physical location, how much money did my New Jersey location made today? So just like that, how many sales did you make today? How many people visited your store today? What is the conversion rate? How many times people come in and buy, and how many times they just opt out? And the average order value, how much on average a person spends in your business. So these are some of the important metrics for you to have. The others are marketing. So let's say when someone he comes into your business, he was really interested to buy something, for some reason he couldn't. What happened is we have these automatic flows. They send them Shopify. This app will send it to those customers. Hey, you were looking for something but you forgot to buy it. Are you still interested? So another chance to bring them back to buy from you again. Everything is automated, by the way. And here you can create discounts on either your entire store or on specific products which you're trying to promote. And it has unique codes. You can limit it to how many times it can be used, how many people can use it, and all that. Now going over the apps, what makes it really powerful, in the beginning I talked about the 7 things which actually move the needle for your business. Get new customers, get them to buy more times, and increase your average purchase value. These are the apps you can use to do them. One of them is this one, Ultimate Sales Boost. This is the app these marketers use to create urgency and scarcity, right? You've probably seen on Amazon too. Sometimes it says only 9 items left, and like this, it gives people an incentive to buy quickly. Well, you don't have to say 9 items left because it's a restaurant, but we can say, we can set a countdown timer. There's specific sales for like this day only, and then like this, it also increases conversions. The other one is email. This one is important. I'll go over. So most of the money really in retargeting is in the list, the email list, and these are the customers that you're gonna have forever. You probably aware, if you don't know, Zoom was sold for like billions of dollars to Microsoft and Zoom really doesn't have any way to monetize, except they only had one thing. They had really big customer data. All of their value was in customer data. And for you, it's going to be the same thing. Building this email list will probably be the most important thing in your business, because you're building actual data about your customers. You have information about them. You can contact them anytime, anywhere, really. So building this list and then monetizing it by sending them offers about your business, about this food or this product. So this is another thing we do, is create this email list, and then we create all these flows. Let's say if someone bought from you, we send them a series of emails. The first day, thank you email, and then after a week, and then after a month, so they're still in touch with you. And like this, you don't also have to waste money on advertising to bring them back. So it's a free way to make money. So this was email. This was another app that's installed in your store. And another one is BON Loyalty. So this one introduces loyalty programs. It has 18 different ways for your customers to engage with your brand and get rewards. Something like Dunkin's does. It makes you download the app and then you get some perks. Similar to that, it asks your customers to do certain actions, and then they get some sort of reward. This is also installed. This is Foodie. This is the app for so you don't get orders like 24/7, even when your restaurant is closed, right? So with this app you can close your store and you can open store a specific timing, and you have idea of real-time orders that's coming in. Going to the next one. This one is only for drop shipping, for e-commerce. Doesn't apply to restaurants. This one, reviews. This is another great powerful app. You don't have to depend on Yelp anymore for reviews. You can have all of the reviews on your own store. Customers can leave review, and it would convince other customers when they come into your website, they just can scroll down and see all the reviews there already. They don't have to go to Yelp to find them, and like this it will increase your conversion as well because of the customer reviews. Email pop-up and spin wheel. This is another very interesting and fun way to increase your conversions. So you probably seen I haven't used this. So basically what this app really is about, you probably see sometime when you opt into website, there is a fun spin wheel. You spin it to see how much discount did you win. The best thing is you control everything, right? So you can have like $50 giveaway, $100 giveaway, like even $500 giveaway, but the probability of them winning those $500 is zero, right? You control all the outcome, but also at the same time you want to give them something, some incentive to stay in your store. So this is another fun way to keep customers engaged in your restaurant, in your store, and buy from you. Another one, Checkout Hero. This is a great one, how you can increase your average purchase value by adding upsells, right? So at the checkout page, like Amazon does, they have a product a person was going to buy, your food, and then they also have other recommendations, right? Would you like you're getting this is like McDonald's does, right? They first sell you on burgers, but then they also, would you like fries with it and soda with it? Like this is where they make money. So this is an app to do that. Printful, this is what I was talking about. This was that merchandise app. So you go here, we go here, make designs. It can have your custom logo or any other logo that would get a lot of sales, and then we sell them on your store. Every time somebody gives an order, it goes straight to that fulfillment center. They fulfill the order, you get the money, and they take their portion and they fulfill it, ship it to the customer. So you don't even really do anything other than we making designs for you and upload them. Everything is digital. So this can be another source of income. Some people just make living out of just doing this one thing alone. You've probably seen people selling custom hoodies. If someone want to become a fashion designer, they usually start off doing this because it's really low cost. They don't pay anything upfront. There's no inventory cost or anything. This app, Nova Frequently Bought Hero, is also it bundles up some of your products together to increase your average purchase value as well. So if you're just selling burgers, it's not just burger, there's also shawarma and all those different things, so you make more money like that as well. Coupon discount, this is another way to really increase your conversions, give people incentive to buy from you by giving them some sort of unexpected discount. But everything is controlled, so if you don't want to give discounts, it's fine. This is to build scarcity and urgency by putting countdown timers on your store. So this is overall, I went over how the store looks like for your restaurant, and this is another app I didn't really go over. So this is the app we use to have only pickup orders, because that's what I feel like will really differentiate us from others, because like this is more profitable for you and your customers, and 78% of the customers like it this way too. So we focus on pickup orders, and like this we can bring people into your restaurant as well, not just order from online. And another deception was reading research. Most restaurant owners thought that by having Uber Eats and DoorDash, we can have someone order from us from them once, and then they will use our website and they will come into our restaurant. But it doesn't happen. According to research, if someone buys from Uber Eats, next time they will also buy from Uber Eats, and like this you won't really make money off that customer anyway. So we try to get them into your store and focus on pickup orders. Now the last thing is this is the last thing in terms of what will you get from this offer. I just added everything. Going back to the same thing, our main agenda really is restaurant owners double revenue and grow like tech startups with their own e-commerce store in 90 days or less. Because I was an e-commerce expert, so I wanted to introduce this new idea into real world, and that's how I came up with this. These are all of the things you get. I think it would take a really long time if I go over all of them one by one, but I'll send it to you if you're interested, and you can go over them. But these are all of the benefits you get of having a virtual restaurant. You have your own e-commerce brand that generates revenue every month on each location. You bring in new customers with a proven sales process, advanced customer data. You capture their emails. You increase lifetime value with promotions. You do email marketing. You have it customized to have pickups only. Increase average order value with upsells. Transparent results you have. So sometimes trust is another problem with hiring these marketing agencies, because I've talked to some of the prospects before. They said it's just hard to trust. So everything is at your disposal. Everything is transparent. Sales plan for bringing in old customers through email list and ManyChat. You depend less on your staff by automating your online sales with e-commerce store. It's cheap to grow your operation. You generate traffic of your own through social media, get more reach to approximately 100,000 people who live near your location. You defeat competition with omnipresent strategy because you will be in your customer's mind. Have control of your customer data to bring them back. Have a step-by-step process for achieving revenue goals. You have a list of loyal customers using ManyChat. You have winning campaigns and creatives to run on Facebook ads. You get scaling and winning ad sets, so you don't lose money on advertising something on which you're losing money. You have persuasive copy that will get the customers to buy from you. Systems for bringing in online orders. Yeah. No, this is no, this is just the value. This is not you're gonna pay. This is I just added, like, if you were to, for example, if you go on Google and ask someone to build you an e-commerce store or website, the average value is around $5,000 to $7,000 to create an app or website. So these are all the values I listed, and after that, these are the handpicked apps for your store. These are the ones that I went with you like later right now, all of them listed here. So if you were to add up all these values, it does add up to $40,000. And then there is other bonuses, like set up shops on Facebook and Instagram with all your products to sell there. It's like, if you have a location in New York City, now you open up other stands at local parks and other places. It's just like that. So now you have different POS places to make money as well. So this is the same concept. We have shops open up on Facebook and Instagram from people to buy from you. So it's easier for them to reach, really. There's proven customer loyalty program, and all of them PDFs I created, we share with you. Shopify marketing flows, abandoned checkout. This is when, if they don't buy from you at once, we send them marketing flows, a series. You left something in the cart, you're still interested, like Amazon does, really. And then customer win back series, we create another flow. If someone haven't bought from you in 30 days, we bring them back again, because the average value of lifetime customer is $6,000, so we don't want to lose them. These are all PDFs I created: how to manage high orders, staff retention program, 50 plus promotions that were proven to be successful. I share with you these. and template for refreshing promotions, how to get because these were the problems. These might not necessarily attract you, but these were the problems like restaurants in generally they face. Like good staff was hard thing, so I created all these promotions you get for free anyway. And then an online store of your own, even if you choose not to work with us. So let's say all these things I mentioned, for some reason you say like I don't want to do it anymore. Everything, all those things, they're gonna stay with you forever. They're yours. All the systems, all the customer list, email list. You can have your own marketing team. They will take it from there and monetize it, so you don't lose anything really. 100 winning headlines for inspiration to increase your click-through rate. Email follow-ups, notifications you get when someone gives an order. This was a big one. Sell online merchandise. It's optional, you don't have to do it, but it really makes you look like a big brand if you have your own inventory. And my last thing is a course I'm creating for restaurant owners, which gonna cover really all these things I talked to you. I'm gonna make it, and restaurant owners or the teams can do all that by themselves so they probably won't need us to do it. This is coming soon. So yeah, that's it. Any questions? Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You don't, that was another thing, right? I said you don't ship at all unless you have your own deliveries, and that's why we only do locals. So the New Jersey location you have, right? We create a store for that location only. So only people who live in that location, they will be able to order from you, right? Yeah. Yes, so the sales process I shared with you earlier, right? So I said the 100,000 people we're gonna market. So those will be the 100,000 people who live in that location, and we use the same sales process. Remember, I talked about awareness campaign and then engagement. We use social media to get them to that website. Mm-hmm. Main thing to do is the strategy, but I can show you what really is the difference. Um, mm-hmm. 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 Mm. Yes, is just a tool, right? It's about how well you use it. There are people who have really good success with it, and there are people who think it just doesn't work, right? So everything really depends on is the strategy, how well you use it. Before I worked with you, I was with a Facebook ad expert, like one of the own Facebook guy, I needed help with ads too when I was learning. And she went over the same strategy that I showed you, the sales process. You and your team can take the sales process that I showed you, right? And if you guys actually do like that, that's how you're gonna get traffic. Because if you just randomly start running ads without actually following in mind what strategy am I following, then you're not going to get results. It's like, just shooting an arrow in the dark. And if you're only targeting one audience with one interest and one ad creative, you have only one chance of being successful in regards. Actually, I didn't mention this thing. I should have. There's, on average, you have 1% chance of being successful. But if you actually do this way, which I'm about to show you right now, you'll have 756 different variations and almost 750 times more chances of being successful with Facebook ads. Because Facebook ads is all about how many variations you give it to them. So if you, okay, so I think, let me find that Facebook golden mean. I have that chart. I learned it from Sam Owens. He was a marketing expert as well. Sorry, I didn't know I had. It's not prepared. So I'll just go over in general. So you have one campaign, right? Let's go over the campaign level. I'll just show you. The first thing you want to do is follow that sales process. That's the first thing you do is, and the other thing is how well you're gonna use it on that sales process. So you have one campaign. Any campaign has one campaign. What you want to do is what Samuel talks about. There's 30 different ad sets. 30 different ad set, and each ad set has one specific interest. You can tell it to your team too. Hopefully they'll benefit from it. It's like a completely different thing that nobody really knows about. So you have one campaign, whatever objective there really is. It also matters what objective you're running. If you start off with sales objective, you're gonna lose money because that is the most expensive objective. And if you don't have enough data on your pixel and you start running off sales objective, it's not optimized for that. So you always got to start with awareness objective, and each objective does matter a lot because the algorithm picks up differently on each objective. So let's say you start off with awareness campaign, and then on each ad set level you probably only have one ad set, so you only have one interest, one group of people, right? Let's say whatever that is. So you have 1% chance of being successful. If you have 30 different ad sets, meaning 30 different interests, you're giving the algorithm, which is Facebook, more variations. So you have 30 times more chance of being successful. So in terms of the ads level, each ad set, you got to have 4 different ads, and each ad is different. So now 30 times 4, and then each, so one has 4 and there's 30 of them. So you see there's how many more variations. And each ad creative, which is this image, also has different ad copy, the primary text. That also matters. So it's all about variations, how many variations you give it to Facebook. So I'll say on the macro level, right, is if you, what sales process are you following, what strategy are you following. This is the strategy I shared with you, how to get new customers. And in the micro level is how you are using those systems, like how does your campaign look like, how does your structure, ad structure looks like. So that's different. And in terms of omnipresent content strategy, that's a whole different strategy. That's the whole campaign. The structure looks different. For example, you're gonna run awareness campaign for that, and in terms of ad sets, you're gonna have 12 different ad set, and each ad set you're only gonna have one ad, and you're gonna set the frequency gap of 1 per 6 days. So a person can only see one ad in every 6 days, so it doesn't get fatigued, right? You don't want to show the same ad to a person every single day when they wake up, right? So it's just how you form these structures, those things. Yeah. Any more questions? The proposal is after this really is this offer. I send it to you. Usually the cost of everything really is $4,000 because there is email marketing, messenger marketing, e-commerce, right, and the social media marketing. But since it is a startup, I'm building more testimonials. It's only $1,500 a month, and if you feel like it's not right for you, it's refundable. So after a month, if you feel like it's not for you, you just get a refund. So there's no risk. Yes, yes. All right. So no more questions. All right. All right. It was nice talking to you. Thank you for your time. Assalamu alaikum. Hopefully you all learned something from it and probably realize it's not as hard as it seems. It's pretty straightforward. I was nervous in the beginning, but then it was more of just regular business. Like, this is my offer, communicating my value to him. Pretty much that's it. In the next video, I'm gonna go over the proposal, how easy it is to make one, and how to keep it really simple, straightforward.